Right now around 50.
50? Okay.
And it's kind of continuing to grow. So we have a bunch of volunteers.
And you just started when?
It started in June.
Okay.
And we started with a 1,000 square foot space on Windsor Street. And
how many square feet is this? It's got to be a few thousand. How many?
9,000.
9,000.
Yeah. So we started with 1,000 square feet, and we put in a CNC mill, a lathe, welder, and some other stuff.
Okay.
That was like the core equipment buy, and then we said, "Come on by, see our equipment, see if this is something you're interested in."
Yeah.
And
just photogenics. No, the other one.
We were expecting like 20 people to show up, and 100 people showed in a 1,000 square foot space.
How'd you promote it?
Facebook, social media.
Nice.
So my college network and
college. Which university?
Olin College of Engineering.
Okay.
It's out in Needham. It's a new engineering school.
Okay. Wow.
So we had that kind of core group of metalworking and woodworking equipment. People got really excited. Then there was a hackerspace here that was kind of imploding at the time. Basically, it was called Willigman Baltic. And they kind of said, well, we're kind of going out of business, but the space is still in our name. So if you want to just have us transfer the lease to you, it's kind of a once in a lifetime kind of shot, right?
you got some serious, hardcore, sophisticated people here. We looked at some of those machines back there and stuff. I mean, that's not kidding around. You know?
It's a full 2-axis CNC mill, and the reason is because I'm a roboticist. So I worked for Boston Dynamics making the Big Dog robot.
We saw the T-Rex.
Big Dog.
Yeah, Big Dog is the quadruped, 250 pounds. It's there trotting around. But to make my robots, I need precision machine tools, and they kind of enable a lot of other tools in the space. Like the router, the CNC router over there, was built from another router, right? So it's like, kind of a compounding thing. So now we have a Blackfoot CNC router. We're teaching classes in it. We only have like 50 members, but we've had around 650 people through our classes since June.
All right.
So we've kind of single-handedly increased the pool of welders in Somerville by 50, right, over the past couple of months.
That's really cool.
We've had around 200 people come through our woodworking classes. All sorts of stuff. The way we basically do this is we have, this is the woodworking area, right? And we don't have super fancy stuff. We have like a compound sliding miter saw, table saw, vertical band saw, like kind of standard equipment.
So you're literally building a new world.
Yeah, pretty much. New world order,
No.
With volunteer labor.
With volunteer labor, yeah.
About the crap out on batteries here.
It's around 40 people who just volunteer their time to keep the space running. Nobody's paid.
Can you build some longer-lasting batteries? These are about to crap out.
People are working on it, but not us.
Okay.
But we have, kind of the woodworking area. This is kind of the social area. I don't know what happened to all the chairs. The welding area is back there, kind of screened in. We have sculptural metalworking where you kind of beat on metal with hammers, and the precision metalworking area. In the middle here is electronics and robotics, where you see all the computers set up and then sewing. And then there's a kind of ring of renters along the back wall, which you just rent space, and they kind of provide the people and the kind of income that's like nice and steady, right? So you always know these like 15 people are going to be here. They're going to pay for half the rent while they're here, each month, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
The earlier hackers space that you took over the lease from, did you get a sense of what? First of all, how long had they been here?
Yeah, they had been here a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you get a sense of like what they were doing wrong, such that they were imploding?
They were very.
You can avoid their mistakes.
Right. So they were very focused on like electronics. Like they're very focused on like disassembling printers and like making them into little art pieces, right? So electronics and some metalworking. Right. And that was pretty much it. And they always had this problem where they weren't sure what the business model would be. So like sometimes they try just classes, sometimes they try just memberships, sometimes they try like all sorts of stuff. With us, it's like renters, classes, and members. All of them are required. And as a result, you know, we started off with just doing classes for the first 3 or 4 months, and that provided enough income for rent and expenses each month. Right. We started, the way we actually started was, you know, we had the 1,000 square foot space, and we had enough in the bank for the first 4 months of rent for 1,000 square foot space, and then they're like, hey, there's this opportunity. And we're like, wow, we have enough money for 1 month's rent. So we paid it, and you know, didn't look back, and just kind of jumped off the cliff. But since then, it was like, you know, donations carried us through the first month, and then it was like classes, and then, you know, classes and renters started, and then finally members, classes, and renters all started.
So it's important then also to like keep it open instead of having your own idea of what people should be doing here. Just allow people to create whatever they want to.
Yeah, I mean, none of this would have been possible without the diversity of the people who are here and the diversity of interests. So like, you know, I bought the wood shop as the part of the initial investment, right? But I don't like wood. I like chop up some 2x4s, I bolt them together, and I call it a table, and I'm done, right? And but on the same token, the wood shop has enabled all of the rest of the infrastructure for the space, and it had also been one of the big draws. So we have a class called Building the Asylum each month.
Tuesday
nights, yeah. And all of the tables you see in there, like the melamine tables, the workbenches, the chop saw table, like that's all stuff from